We're still working with unlike denominators, which mean that the denominators are different. You have 3 3/4 plus 1 1/2. Find equivalent fractions. Always work with your fractions first. You have 3/4 and you have 1/2. Find your LCD of both your denominators. Find the number that they share, the least number that they share. In this case, 2 and 4 share the number 4. That is the least number. And we're going to find equivalent fractions where both our denominators are 4 because that's the goal. That's why we find our LCD, to make sure that we are finding the least common denominator and that our denominators are the same. 3/4 is the same thing as 3/4. 1/2 is the same thing as 2/4. Now that our denominators are the same, we are going to add them by keeping your denominator and adding your numerator. 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. And we have 5/4. 5/4 is the same thing as 1 and 1/4. And we know that it's the same thing because when you divide it, you see how many times can 4 go into 5? 4 can go into 5 only one time. 4 times 1 is equal to 4. Subtract that, you have 1. And remember, we said we stopped using remainders in 4th grade. When we left 4th grade, that's when we stopped using remainders. You turn your improper fraction into a mixed number. And the top number is our whole number. So I'm going to put W for whole. The remainder is our numerator. And 4 remain as your denominator because that's what we've been working with. And here's your final answer. I want to show you another way that you could solve this. You can see that 5/4 is the same thing as 1/4 added 5 times. So I'm going to write it 5 times. Hopefully, I'm not writing it too big and I have space. So here we can see that if we take 4 of the 1/4, that is the same thing as 1 whole because 1/4 added 4 times. That's the same thing as 1 whole. And look, we have 1/4 left over. And remember we said commutative property? You can just put it together. So your answer is 1 and 1/4. And there you have it. 2 different ways that we can solve this. I hope that in this lesson, you learned a lot or you learned something. Something came out of it. If you are still confused with anything else or anything that I did, go back, watch it as many times as you please. Go through it. Solve some of these problems on your own. Give yourself some problems that you might be able to solve or challenge yourself. So you can do 1 1/3 plus 3 2/4. It's a problem that you can solve on your own. Challenge yourself. If you're done with that and you still need another challenge, here's another one. You have 3 2/5 plus 1 and let's say 3/4. Challenge yourself with these. Give yourself problems. Once you are done, if you are allowed to use a calculator, do a calculator check. Don't use the calculator to answer these problems. Try to do them on your own because you get better with more practice. But use the calculator at the end to check to see if you got the correct answer. If not, then you can send me an email at info@masteryinmath.com, or you can go on my website, www.masteryinmath.com. And you could always try to find me, leave a message, email me, something. But whatever questions you have, do not hesitate to ask your questions. All right? See you in another video where we talk about subtracting fractions. Thanks for watching.